Hello, good people. Welcome to our Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression series. Petty and I will battle it out each week by opening packs to determine the cards we will be allowed to play with, starting with the Legend of Blue Eyes and ending with Absolute Power Force, covering all core sets legal in the Edison format. We will open 24 packs, or one box, of each set 1 week at a time, adding to our card pool. The loser of each match will receive some power-ups, and each of us will be able to ban up to 7 cards from the other person's card pool during the series. May the best duelist win. Whenever I asked Petty what it felt like to be a loser after the LOB episode, I really didn't need to get hit with this much karma. Losing 2 weeks in a row after winning game 1 feels so bad, but I think my deck is still worse than Petty's, so hopefully these 3 pity packs from Magic Ruler and the 24 packs from Pharaoh's Servant get us caught up and get us back in this series. So let's go ahead and open up the 3 packs of Magic Ruler here. Hopefully something powerful. Sinju. No, that's not really the powerful card I'm looking for, but that's all right. Cyberjar. Okay, that's a card that we didn't have before. That's going to be a really good one going forward. Second copy of Chain Energy, also not bad. Pretty happy with this so far. One last pack, though. Acts of Despair and a third Rush Recklessly. Okay, you know what? This is not bad at all. Acts of Despair and Rush Recklessly. Maybe we can start getting a little bit more aggressive. Don't have to rely on the burn strategy quite as much, because Rush Recklessly is kind of like a fissure in some aspects, and Acts of Despair, hey, just a pretty powerful card, and none of these cards are even, like, Petty's not even going to think about banning any of these, so picking up some good cards from the pity packs. Love to see it. Let's get into that Pharaoh's Servant set. Pharaoh's Servant, what to say? This set has a lot of high rarity good cards. We've got stuff like Jinzo, Imperial Order. At the secret rare, we have Premature Burial, Call of the Haunted, Thousand Eyes Restrict, which is pretty good at ultra rare. We've got some good supers as well, like Dust Tornado, Nobleman of Crossout, Gearfried, which I want for reasons. But we do have a couple of good rares, good commons. We've got Magic Drain, Gravity Bind, Cold Wave is in this set, stuff like that. So I don't think it's going to be quite as impactful as something like Metal Raiders or Magic Ruler, but you never know. Maybe we have some really, really good luck at the high rarities. Let's just go ahead and get into it. We do get a Time Seal, which is pretty nice at common. We also get Light Force Sword. I think this card might be a little bit better than people give it credit for. Second pack, not much going on. Appropriate. Kisatai is actually a card that's totally fine that we can keep our eyes on. Pack number 5, we've got a second Time Seal. Love to see that. And also Nobleman of Extermination. Like, it's not the best spell trap removal, but, you know, maybe it comes up. Very next pack, we have Magic Drain. Pretty happy to see that rare. That's not a bad one at all. And in the next pack, we have the correct Nobleman of Crossout. Okay, so Petty's got Cyberjar and Magician of Faith. I know I have 3 Magician of Faiths of my own, but if Petty doesn't open Nobleman of Crossout, I think that's a pretty good advantage for me. Very, very happy to get a copy of this one. And in the next pack, Mirror Wall and Morphing Jar number 2. This is a really good pack. Okay, between Rush Recklessly and Mirror Wall, we're going to be entering the damage step quite a bit against Petty. This could be really good. 15 packs in. We got it. We got the Jinzo. You know what? I'm actually happier to have Jinzo than Imperial Order, because Imperial Order is probably just going to be an automatic ban from Petty, whereas Jinzo's probably going to stick around. I know we're not playing a whole lot of traps right now, but may keep Jinzo in my back pocket to use a little bit later. May just throw him in there now. We also have a Cold Wave in this pack. This has been pretty good. Shift is actually not a 0 either, so very, very good pack. Yes, we got a Goblin Attack Force too. That's a pretty solid ultra. It's not, you know, Premature Burial, which I would love to have with Giant Trunade, but I will absolutely take it. A second Nobleman of Crossout? Oh, this is so good. My rare luck has not been the best, so I'm happy to see the super, ultra, and secret luck actually working out here. This is awesome. We got a third Nobleman of Crossout. This card does end up going to 2 at some point, so maybe we don't want the third here. That might be a little bit overkill. Would love to see a Gearfried, but hey, I can't complain about a bunch of knocks, right? Okay, the Hollow Luck had to calm down a little bit, I guess. Beast of Talwar, I used to think this card was absolutely nuts as a kid, but 2400 vanilla, that's not gonna cut it. All right, last few packs here. Let's see if we can finish out strong. There's our Gravity Bind, okay. Another Nobleman of Exterminations, not terrible, it's not great. Last pack though, something good. All right, a second copy of Magic Drain, a second copy of Cold Wave. Let's look at the numbers, but I think I'm very happy about this opening. Pretty good in the Secret and the Ultra. I can't complain about 3 Noblemen of Crossouts. It is one of the best super rares you can get from the set, but maybe one of these could have been Gear Freed or Dust Tornado just for a little bit more variety. Mirror Wall, though, pretty happy about that. We got 2 Magic Drains, of course, our 5 Monster Recoveries. We did get the Gravity Bind, a couple of Exterminations, a Morphing Jar number 2. And for the big commons, we did get 2 copies of Cold Wave, 2 copies of Time Seal, 2 4-star Ladybug of Dooms. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about how this opening went. Pretty excited to get in there for this match. Maybe we start getting aggressive now. I think we may have the cards for it. We'll have to see, but on over to Petty to see what he pulls.
All right, members of Team Petty, we finally made good on the inherent promise of this series, which is to pull far and away ahead of Kuhb, with our 2 wins to only his 1 on the back of our dear friend Cimoooooooo. But today we are here to open up some Pharaoh Servant packs, so let's get into it. I think there's a lot of really good cards in basically every rarity, and I feel like I've been skipping when I'm going through the cards thinking about the kind of lower level like commons that can really do a lot of work. But you know, to be completely honest, I will trade anything for Kuhb to not get any Gravity Binds. Our only chance is aggro, I think, and so we want some not Gravity Binds for Kuhb. Let's channel that energy, but let's start right now. Magical Hats. I love it. Magical Hats. That is interesting. The Shallow Grave is also a pretty good rare. Anyone who knows me, I am a big fan of Magical Hats. I got a coaster right here. I don't think it's usable necessarily in this series, but it thins the deck. That's not bad, I guess. Hayabusa Knight is interesting. It's a level 3 and it can attack twice. Eye of Truth, Cold Wave, Time Seal, Gamble. Oh my gosh, we can play Gamble. I love Gamble. I think this is the sort of format that Gamble might make sense too. I don't know. This is a really good pack. Gravity Bind. All right, so we got our own. Which is not good. I don't want to use it. Parasite as a super rare is pretty funny, but that's all I'm going to say about that. Shift is very interesting to me. I think that we are going to play Shift. I think this is finally the set where we're going to have enough traps to put back our 7 tools as well. Imperial Order! Oh my god, we did it! We finally got something broken. Okay. This is so good. We got Imperial Order. So the other secret rare option is Jinzo, of course. And so I think Kuhb would have let me keep Jinzo, but Imperial Order, he's going to ban. And so we get a free ban. We'll get to play this for 1 episode and then he's going to ban it. That's so exciting. Goblin Attack Force as an Ultra. I think a lot of the Ultras kind of stink in this set, to be honest. They're kind of booty butt cheeks a little bit. And so this one's not bad. Nobleman of Extermination's also not bad. Kisetai is very interesting to me. Dust Tornado, let's go! Okay, this pack is going nutty. Ichizure, everyone thought this was really good as a kid, but it can't be activated. It says even during the damage step, but that's like a modern errata. It can't be activated during the damage step. And so it's actually not great. It might be a good like side deck card, I guess. And all right, we got a second Gravity Bind. That's pretty important in case we ever want to be the guy who plays Gravity Bind. We'll have 2, which is I think what the number is going to be for basically the foreseeable future. I don't hate that. I don't love it either. All right, the last pack should be our Ultra. If we don't get an Ultra in our last pack, then I think we got cheated out of the odds here. All right, last pack. No, no, that's so bad. That's so not good. Is it even good enough to put in the side deck? I'm not sure, but it has a really cool art. Look how cool that art is. That's unfortunate. All right, so quickly looking, we have Imperial Order, which is just like chef's kiss. We got Goblin Attack Force, which is pretty mid. Dust Tornado is excellent. Grave Robber is pretty good, considering that Kuhb has a lot of pretty strong spells that we can take. We got Magical Hats, which could or could not be good, and Parasite. Maybe I play it. Maybe I play it. Does Dueling Book have a way to do this? I'll have to investigate that. How many insect barriers did we get? Was that a rare or was it a common? Am I blind? There's like no spells and yet I can't see. I got 6 of them. Maybe we play the very funny insect barrier. Okay, where's our DNA surgery? We only got 2. All right, guys, I'm gonna go to the dojo. You're gonna see me in a second and we're gonna build the most cursed deck of all time. Be there. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I be the duelist who sits behind the floodgates and does nothing? All right, so we pulled 3 gravity bind, right? And so I'm thinking I have 6 floodgates. Why don't I use them? Swords is going to be limited at some point, and so I need to take advantage of this for as long as possible. Gravity bind is currently unlimited. This is the week, I think. So Kuhb has been playing his cheeky, tremendous fires, and I finally have to make him pay for it. He's got to pay a tax if he wants to burn me. And so I have this Chain Energy Core. I have this Kisetai. I'm going to call this deck Kisetai Energy. The kind of idea of it is that we'll sit behind these floodgates, we'll make Kuhb pay for any cards with Chain Energy, and we'll increase our own life points using Solemn Wishes and Kisetai. That's the idea. The kind of core around it, we've added a couple of new cards. Of course, we have our amazing Imperial Order. We have Shift, which I think is going to be an interesting card to make him either attack into Kisetai or attack into like a Giant Rat. I think Shift is really cool. I wish I had pulled more of them. We have this 4-star Ladybug of Doom that I added to the main. And so we have this deck that's mostly around the idea of stalling and handling any of his big monsters like Jinzo with Tribute to the Dune, with Fissure, with Maneater Bug, with our Cyber Jar. I think we have answers. I think that this deck is good enough to sit and either deck him out or burn him to death. However, I don't like this style of deck. This is not my kind of tea. So you'll notice that the deck is arranged in kind of a funny way. And the reason is that we are going to side out of these 15 cards in games 2 and 3, maybe. You'll see in the side that I have more of a standard aggro build that we were working with last time with the Mahavilo, the Gaia Power, and some equip spells. I'm bringing this Robin Goblin back into the smoke screen side strategy because we have this Hayabusa Knight and we have triple time seal. And so I think the goal of this is to convince Kuhb that we are the person playing all of the floodgates. And so that he will take his floodgates out. He'll see all of our gravity binds and he'll be like, okay, this isn't working. I'm going to take it out. I need to go in. And then we'll hit him with like a super aggro strategy. Is it going to work? I don't know. I think it's going to be really funny. Of course, we're still playing with Muka. I'm not going to move away from the strategy until Kuhb answers it. Once he beats me, we'll reconsider the Muka. But if we win, I promise you all guys, another Muka flavored meme before our pools next week. So look forward to that. Let's go to the duel.
Oh, Petty is not ready for this one this week. I've been talking up Gravity Bind to him for some time, so I'm sure he's expecting that I pulled some number of it and that I'm going to go full on stall once again, but man, is he going to be wrong. We're going aggro this time. I've got the Jinzo in here, the Goblin Attack Force, Jirai Gumo, and Dark Elf with some beaters. We actually have both 7-colored fish in here. Big attack stats, I think an 1800 normal monsters, totally fine to go along with 3 copies of Rush Recklessly. Mirror Wall, I think it just works out there. I'm playing all 3 copies of Nobleman of Crossout this week. This is something that I sort of debated about, but Petty definitely has shown quite a few flip effect monsters. We've got the Hane, Maneater Bug, Magician of Faith, and the likes, and he may be setting some other monsters as well. So I think I'm gonna go with all 3 of them this week, and maybe we reevaluate in the future and never play 3 again, because he's definitely going to metagame against us, right? But Nobleman of Crossout, just one of the most powerful cards I have right now, and he doesn't know that, so I wanted to max out on it in this video. Other than that, things are still, looking fairly standard. We've got our Mystic Tomato package with the Sangan and the Witch. We have our 3 Magician of Faiths. We still have the cheeky Time Wizard. I think, White Magical Hat is getting better here too with the Mirror Wall and the Rush Recklessly, so definitely still running 2 of that. We have our brand new copy of Cyber Jar. We have all of our power spells here now, including an Axe of Despair from our pity packs. Still have the Tremendous Fire in here. I think if we're going aggro, this card still makes sense. Looking at the side, got the 4-star Ladybug of Doom in here. I think this card's pretty good. Kisetai, I think, is a very interesting card, so wanted to throw this in here in case Petty does once again grow aggro. Maybe we can side this in and start gaining some life points rather than losing them. Have our brand new Nobleman of Exterminations in here. Don't really expect to bring them in, but they're here. I do have the one gravity bind that I pulled in the side, just in case we need to go into it. And then I have these nice little solemn wishes in case, I don't know, maybe Petty does like some weird 180 and decides to one-up me on burn. Who knows? But I love solemn wishes. I've got to include it. That's it. I think this is a very nice change of pace. It's time to go fast. Let's do it. Hi, Petty.
Hi, Kuhb.
Did the Pharaoh serve you any goodies this week?
No. My pulls were awful. They were super, super bad. I can't believe it. Oh, I wish I got something good, like a secret rare. Oh, I wish I did. Oh, that's crazy.
That means he got good stuff and he's hiding it from me because he's a liar.
What? No. We'll see.
I am in my first hole for the series, down 1-2, but I made sure to bring my Wolfie VGC hat so that I can have the world champ difference with me to win this one today. I think we might start to turn it around.
Maybe. I don't think so. I don't need a hat. You know what? I've gone beyond a hat. I got my trusty headphones and I got the RPS boom.
Yeah, you do have the RPS, but we'll see if I can finally win one of those. Oh, let's go, Paper Gang, Gang.
Dang.
Finally get to go first.
All right, fine.
All right, I get the draw for turn. Wow, I don't get to press that button very often.
Yeah, don't get used to it.
I think we're gonna see this card make an appearance for the first time. Okay. Do I know what I'm gonna do with it? Not really, but let's go ahead and throw down the painful choice.
I see. Okay.
And we'll take a good look at the deck here.
While Kuhb is looking at the deck, viewers, look at the art on Painful Choice and identify yourself. I think I'm currently the guy with the hands on his head who looks like he's being like raptured. Shout out in the comments. Where are you in the Painful Choice art?
Okay, so sending cards to the graveyard. I think what I want to do, let's throw a Mystic Tomato in there. Why not? Let's throw Pot of Greed in there because I think Petty's actually going to give that to me if I had to guess. I think
currently, but we'll see how the rest of this goes.
we'll show you a new card here. We will send Nobleman of Crossout to the graveyard.
Oh man, now I have to play around that for the rest of my life. That's unfortunate.
And I'm going to also pick Messenger of Peace.
You're not getting that.
And let's get rid of Robin Goblin. We'll see how you decide to choose this painful choice.
All right. So if I give you Tomato, you can get Witch and Sangan, which I really kind of just don't want you to have. Pot of Greed's a non-bow with my strategy of winning the game.
Fair enough.
I don't really want to have to deal with Robin Goblin. You know what, Kuhb? Take your Floodgate. That's fine.
Okay. I'm pretty all right with that. I guess what I'll do, I'm going to set a monster, and I'm going to pass the turn.
Playing into my knock, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. I don't think it matters, because I got the boy, at least.
Ooh. Mooka's pretty good. Okay.
Yeah, sweet. He's pretty big, and I don't know if you noticed, Kuhb, but this was a set you had an additional attempt at getting a 2000 vanilla in Island Turtle.
You know what? I did not notice that, and I'll just go ahead and say, didn't get one.
I don't know about that.
No Island Turtle, no Prevent Rat, nothing. But I did tutor a Pot of Greed to my hand with the painful choice.
That's not bad.
I will take that, thank you.
Nothing I can do about that.
It was a little risky if you did happen to have a Nobleman of Crossout, but
that is true.
Good for the content. I will go ahead and start the turn with Pot of Greed. I feel like that's a good place to start.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Good thing I don't fear any of your cards, or else I'd be in a bad spot right now.
This is an interesting choice because I could do this or I could do this, or I could just do this for the most and then follow up with this and then just have these as follow-ups. Oh, I could also. This is an interesting. This is a pretty interesting decision here. I think we're gonna save this. I'm gonna go ahead and show you one of my ultra rares, and that's gonna be the squad Goblin Attack Force.
Ooh, okay. Boys
and I just want to double
bigger
check.
than my Muka.
It is 2100, but yeah, Goblin Attack Force is going to get in there. We're going to clear that and deal some damage. And main phase 2, I will go ahead now and activate this messenger piece.
Rude.
And I will pass the turn.
All right, stand by.
Must protect the squad at all costs.
Well, your squad is going to go down, Cub, because I do have... Ooh, how do I want to do this? I could go for a Giga play, or I can go for a medium-sized play. That's the question.
Gonna heavy storm fissure, summon Maneater Bug and attack.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking I shouldn't do that because if you call it out like that, that must mean you have an answer.
I don't know. Maneater Bug's tough to get over, man.
That's not untrue. All right, I think we're gonna go like the easy play. We're just gonna summon Rat.
Okay, yeah, that does dodge Messenger of Peace.
Yep.
All right, gaff down.
All right, that's it.
All right, my turn. Do I pay the tax?
You've got rat in the world.
5 cards in hand. I am not going to pay the tax. I was mostly just hoping to keep my Goblin Attack Force around. That didn't work out. That's okay. I can summon the 7 colored fish.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's fine.
And then I can fissure your giant rat.
My god. Yep.
And I'm just going to get in there for 1800.
The 7 colored fish. He's here.
I'll set a back row and I'll pass on over to you.
Draw.
Got another big old Muka over there?
Maybe. Now I'm thinking, what's that back row doing, Cub? What's that back row doing?
Could be any number of things. Gravity binds in this set, minor goblin official, metal detector.
I do think I'm gonna summon my Muka.
You do have the other Muka. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
huge.
A big boy.
All right, let's get in.
Petty.
Yeah.
Can we go to damage step?
Are you gonna rush recklessly at me?
Can we go to damage step?
Yeah, sure.
Is it okay? I am gonna rush recklessly.
All right. I'm gonna.
No. You have your own?
No, just kidding.
Okay. I was gonna be a little bit upset. All
right. I do have swords though.
Swords. So... Okay. That's a good one. All right, my turn.
Bull, huh?
Swords is annoying, but you don't have Snatch Steal. You don't have Change of Heart. So
true.
I think this play is totally fine to make. I'm gonna summon out the Jerry Gumo.
Yikes. Okay.
Jerry Gumbo is here, and pass it on over to you.
That is 1 on swords.
That is 1 on swords.
An interesting draw.
Your Mukas are no longer big enough.
For now. I'll buy some time. I will, in the meantime, however, be setting a monster, setting a back row, and ending the turn.
I see. Okay. Move to the main phase here. All right, I am going to lead on Giant Trunade.
Ooh, yikes. Yep, that's gonna have to be good.
Okay, I'm gonna check my graveyard. Yeah.
What are you doing that for?
Unfortunately, I put the Nobleman of Crossout there with the painful choice.
You did.
But fortunately for me, I'm going to Nobleman of Crossout your monster. Get it out of here.
You got 2. That's good. All right. I'm gonna spoil it and say I don't think I'm playing a single super rare. All my super rares are like booty. That's actually crazy. Oh man, Cub. The tempo was gonna be huge here. This is 4-star Ladybug.
4-star Ladybug of Doom. Okay. All right. Another new pickup here. All right, I'm going to summon out White Magical Hat, and then the Pity Packs have brought me to victory in another Game 1. I am going to Axe of Despair.
That's
my
an
White
ultra
Magical
rare.
Hat.
Come on. Oh my god.
And poke.
I'm not giving you the info. I'm moving speed.
All right, another Game 1, probably another match lost. Game 2. Do you have it in you to win Game 2 and 3? 4 matches in a row.
Maybe. All right, let's draw a card. Let's go standby into the main phase. All right, Cub, we are going to play some Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I don't like
am
that.
going to set a monster.
Daring.
Set, and I'm going to activate a card that I have not played before, but it is an old card. I'm going to activate Chain Energy.
The Chain Energy makes its first appearance. Okay. I see. Well, that one could be a little annoying. That is for sure. I'm going to summon out Mystic Tomato. I'm going to take 500.
Sure.
And I'm going to attack into your face down monster.
Is a giant rat.
I'm going to take another 50. Okay. That's unfortunate, but it's kind of okay, right? How many rats were you running? I don't remember if you were running 2 or 3. I think it was all 3. You had your Labyrinth Wall. But I think...
I had 2 Labyrinth Walls. One of them was sided, though.
I think I just want to... Yeah, let's just get rid of that. I'll pay 500 to fissure your rat again.
That's fine.
Let's get that out here, and then I'll pay another 500 to set a card.
Wow. Poverty.
We don't need life points where we're going here.
All right, I will pay 500 life points to activate my Pot of Greed.
That's a good one. Okay. I guess that's only fair. Pot of Greed for Pot of Greed.
Ooh, that's also not bad. Let's see here. I'm going to spend an additional 500 life points to set a card once DB will let me. And I'll pass the turn.
A lot of back row over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Mirror Force is gone. We don't get Torrential till the next set. Yeah. All right. You know what? I'll pay 500 and I'll summon White Magical Hat.
Gross. Sure.
And I will move to the battle phase and I will attempt to attack with the White Magical Hat.
I'm going to take the 1,000.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
All right, what are you hitting?
You know what? I'm feeling the card on the right here.
It's one of my copies of Swords.
Swords. Okay. Well, you've got another one of those because for whatever reason, it's not limited yet.
Not yet.
I'll attack with Tomato. Flip your Gravity Bind.
Okay.
All right. Gravity Bind is here. Okay. I see. We've swapped places.
Oh, how the turntables come. In the end phase, I'm going to activate a card that you love that is commonly found in many of your side decks.
Oh.
Solemn
yes.
Wishes.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I'm a big Solemn Wishes fan. That is true.
Card, gain 500.
Des Lakuta thanks you.
Let us see here. This is pretty funny. Kind of scared of Rush Recklessly, which is kind of hilarious. I don't think I want your White Magical Hat around, so I'm going to Pro Set Fissure it.
Fissure. Okay. Yeah, White Magical Hat is gone.
All right. Then I think I'm just going to pass.
Okay. Solemn Wishes, you say?
Yeah.
That's a good one. I'm going to move my Mystic Tomato to the defensive position.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to pay 500 and summon out Sangantha.
Sure.
Which also gets under Gravity Bind.
That is true.
And we'll get an attack. And pass the turn. And Solemn Wishes doing some work, man.
100 back. And by main phase, there's a couple options. Don't really want you to go to Sangan Search. I don't know. I actually don't know if there's anything that could get you like super duper value at this point. I still feel like Sangan and Witch are kind of underpowered until you show me your Jinzo, which would be insane. I will spend 500 life points and set an additional card.
Okay.
And I think I will... You do have Trunade. That is a problem.
Do have Trunade. You're totally allowed to Heavy Storm here, by the way, if you want to.
I will consider it.
All right. I mean, yeah, we'll just try to get in there.
Sure.
Sangan coming on through. And I will pay another 500 to set a card.
All right.
And I will pass the turn.
Up in your end phase.
Another? Oh, man, no. The Sangan's not doing anything.
Sangan's... that's an interesting draw. That is an interesting draw. What do I do with that? That is something. That is a draw. Oh boy, that is a draw. What do I do?
I don't like where this is going. This is not good.
Do I play it or do I hold it? This is like, I feel like I probably have to hold it, but maybe Maybe not. Oh man.
What could it be?
This is actually a really tough one.
Interesting.
It kind of puts I had a plan and now I drew that. Now I'm like, is the plan worse than what this singular card can offer? You know what? No, I will spend 500 life points and I will set a card. And then I'll pass the turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold on to it.
I will draw. And okay. Yeah, I guess when in doubt, knock it out, right?
Yep.
Let's get rid of that monster, please.
This is my Cimoooooooo.
The Cimoooooooo is out of here, and I'll attack with Sangan.
Sure.
For what that's worth. And yeah, I'll just pass over the turn. Enjoy.
All right. Draw one card and gain 1,000 life points. Stand by main phase. All right, this is not a bad card to draw. Do I commit now is the question. What? All right, so if you get a Sangan search, what are you searching? What is a card that you can find that can hurt me?
Time Wizard can hurt me.
That is true. Time Wizard can't. I kind of forgot you had that card, to be honest.
I don't think it's come up. Like, I said it one duel, and I think that's the only time it's ever been relevant so far.
Yeah. All right, Cub. I will spend 500 life points to summon Dream Clown.
Okay. The clown is here. The clown is now.
Into Sangan and die. To rush recklessly. I don't think so. However, I will spend an additional 500 life points to play another copy of Chain Energy, and I will end the turn.
Petty. Ew. Ew.
Things are getting pretty expensive at this point. I'm locked. My board's locked though. This is no more spell traps.
Oh, petty. Oh.
What did we draw the Trunade?
Oh, we didn't draw the Trunade.
We draw the Jinzo that you have because you've got literally everything in this pack.
I'm gonna tribute my Sangan. I'm gonna pay 1,000.
This is crazy.
I'm gonna summon my Jinzo.
This is crazy. Okay, well, GG's, Cobb, I guess, with your double knock Jinzo. That's fine. Whatever.
I'm gonna get my Sangan search.
Yeah, go
and
for it.
I guess
I'm happy for you.
At this point, I'm just gonna get White Magical Hat, I suppose. I don't need to show you anything else. And while I'm at it, since everything can attack now, I'm gonna flip up my Witch of the Black Forest. And I'm going to move this to attack position, and you are going to take 200 from this attack.
That is true.
And then you're going to take 1,100 from this attack, and 2,700. What is 2,400 plus 700? Rush recklessly. Jinzo, I will pay my 1,000.
Pay it up. All right. Well, I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that. That's crazy. Let's look at the next few draws. Those would have been pretty good. Those would have been pretty good.
So you're talking about how you didn't play any super rares?
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, you're too knock. That's crazy. I might ban it.
No. Hold on. How about 3?
That's statistically unlikely.
I'm playing my 4th super rare as well. You didn't get to see it, but how about more damage stuff?
I don't care about that. I don't care about this. This is gonna, you can have 10 copies of this card in your deck. I don't care about that at all. This card I might have to ban.
It gets limited eventually.
I don't think I care.
But so I was a little bit worried that Nobleman of Crossout, like hitting your Moth hits 3 of my Moths. And also the pity packs were very good to me.
You don't say.
I picked up Acts of Despair. I picked up a 3rd Rush Recklessly, and I also got a Cyber Jar of my own. So I was a little worried that Nobleman of Crossout would be, it could be a double-edged sword. But I mean, like, you've got all these 2K defenders, you've got the Man-Eater Bug, the Hane, whatever. You're gonna be setting monsters, right? So I just played all 3.
Those are no longer relevant, Cub. We're beyond that. We are beyond that. Man, yeah, I got exactly one standout card. I got exactly one, which is this one. That one.
Oh, we're going to be having a banning next episode.
Yeah, I love that I got to play it the one time in my deck and never saw it. Smile.
Well, you sure did. Maybe I'll be nice to you and not ban it immediately and let you play with it once so I can negate it with my Jinzo.
Yep. Bet you're feeling kind of dumb though, abandoning Mirror Force when you got the Jinzo. You could just play around it, dummy. Yeah.
I did think about that. I was like, well, that kind of sucks, but also like Mirror Force just would have been really good against this deck. This is the first time I've gone like all in aggro.
I knew you were going to, and so I was like, I'll do the floodgates because Kuhb would never expect me to be that because I'm so like anti-floodgate.
That's so funny.
So I had this quirky, cute thing, Kuhb, going on where I main decked this like super stall strategy, and then I smoke screened 15 cards into like hyper aggro, like super equipped spell, Hayabusa Knight, nutty Goblin Attack Force, crazy stuff with my Taylor the Fickle because I'm playing five equips, and so I can attack with Mahavilo, then use Taylor the Fickle, switch it over to Hayabusa Knight and attack again, for example. Yeah, so that was the goal. Maybe I was being too cute with the floodgate nonsense.
So had you shown this with like the bunch of the equip spells and stuff, I was gonna side into Eternal Rest.
Oh my god.
I had 2 Eternal Rest and a Taylor of the Fickle on the side.
Oh, that's so funny.
Along with Kisatai and Gravity Bind, and 4-star Ladybug of Doom, which can't do anything to Hayabusa Knight, to be fair. But
yeah, I feel like a lot of my guys actually get under Gravity Bind. So like I was thinking that even if you brought it in, I would feel pretty good. But then I would bring in my Floodgates game one, so you would be like, oh, Floodgates aren't going to work out, so you'll side them out, and then I would bring in like the Mahavilo and try to kill you. Yeah, it didn't work out though. Cause I didn't see any of my Floodgates game one, and so I'm like, he doesn't even know. That, he didn't see any of the chain energies. He didn't see any of my 7 Floodgates. Yeah, so
Now game one is exactly kind of like what I was going for. I'm like, Petty's gonna set some cards. I debated on whether or not to play all 3 Nox.
Of course you do. I have Moth, I have Mask of Darkness, I have Cyberjar, I have Maneater Bug, I have Hane. I have like the majority of my cards are flipped.
Yeah, I decided like, it might be dead, but it's like, it's so good. And just clearing one of your monsters and getting in for a big attack just sets me up so well.
Yeah.
That was kind of how I envisioned things going. And then you played all that stuff out, and then you said something about Jinzo, and I'm like,
I knew when I pulled Imperial Order, I'm like, this is unfortunate for me because Kuhb is going to ban this at some point soon, and I can't really ban Jinzo because Jinzo's quite good but not that good, and so I would have preferred, I think, to get Jinzo, but eating one of your bans isn't bad because it means that I can maybe frivolously ban one of your cards. Like I mentioned that whenever I pulled the Jinzo, I'm like, you know what? I think I'd rather have this one because Petty's not going to ban it. I also said that it's probably not going to be as good right now because we're not playing a lot of traps. Then it just happened.
Then it just happened to be nuts.
I'm playing traps. Look at these. Kuhb.
It's a good lineup. The Dust Tornado, I think, is huge.
Dust Tornado is not bad, which is why I'm like, I felt really good about doing the Floodgate thing because I'm like, I have all the back row removal. And so like,
Dust Tornado and Heavy. At least I got Giant Trunade, or this would be just way one-sided on the
it would be rough. Yeah.
Spell and Trap removal. Did you not get any Magic Drains, or just not play them?
No.
So I opened 5 copies of Monster Reincarnate or a Monster Recovery.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
my condolences about that.
But getting to play all 4 of my super rares is pretty nice.
Yeah, not bad.
A good secret rare, and the Goblin Attack Force. My other ultra was unfortunately Beast of Talwar.
What was even my other ultra? I think it was like Chain Disappearance or whatever that like.
Really Chain Destruction.
Chain Destruction. Ugh. Yeah, it was my last pack too. I'm like, I haven't gotten my second ultra rare yet. My 24th pack, I have to get it here, and then I was like, because the ultras can be so good in Pharaoh's Servant. Where's the
ultras are really good.
They're so good.
I would have loved Premature Burial for my Giant Trunade triple Moth deck, but
Jinzo too would be crazy.
But speaking of ultra rares though, Labyrinth of Nightmare coming up next. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss a single episode of our progression series. Also, make sure to check out Petty's channel and subscribe. Link is down below in the description.